you go in and take a shit on the floor? Hate to see what your trailer looks like. I'm Damien Dane, and you're watching The Sesh. If someone shoots into a crowd and kills 5 people, wouldn't you take the fucking gun away? Don't talk to me about free speech being violated when these internet companies and financial providers cut ties with him. Sources say he already has post-White House employment lined up. When a kid is bad at school, you take away his toys, right? You ground him from the things he loves playing with. In Trump's case, that is money, the internet, and people's minds. Which is why JP Morgan, Blue Cross, Blue Shield, and other financial institutions are going to be able to keep donations from going to Trump and the Republican lawmakers who objected to the certification of Joe Biden's win. The PGA isn't having its 2022 championship on the Trump golf course, and he wants to start his own platform. He's going to have to get a loan from the MyPillow guy. Donald Trump's new social media platform is apparently the first one created entirely in crayon. Forbes is warning people not to hire people who lied for Trump, like Kayleigh McEnany and Sarah Huckabee Sanders. In an unrelated story, Huckabee Sanders' hometown Arizona Razorbacks are looking for a new mascot. House Republicans want to just excuse the president's behavior, saying that an impeachment will further divide the country. I think that ship grew wings and flew to Neptune months ago. Trump didn't divide the country. He just happens to be the president. So when he says, "You'll never take back our country with weakness, you have to use force," and then tells them to walk down to the Capitol, you can't expect a fucking garden party. If we ignore this, it would be like getting bit by a dog and saying it probably doesn't have rabies. Like refusing to recognize that you need Preparation H until your ass falls out on the floor at Chipotle. To those who say we don't have time to invoke the 25th, shut up! It could be done by the time it takes to order a pumpkin spice latte. We literally need to do everything we can so he doesn't pardon racist terrorists. And what the fuck is delaying impeachment until 100 days after Biden being in office? We need to shut Donald down today. I think it's safe to say for Biden's first 100 days, we'll be doing good if he's able to successfully put on his jacket. I said he would turn on Republicans. I said he would turn on Mitch and the blue-faced turtle. People laughed when I said he would turn on his own vice president. But after that same vice president was evacuated while Trump supporters were chanting for him to literally be hanged, I'm guessing his own evacuation likely gave that flyer a little bit of a reason to stick around. I also said Twitter would silence him, and I'm saying it now. Trump supporters will eventually turn on Trump and his family. Just wait. When they find out the emperor has no clothes, they will flip on him quicker than his own rug. Mark that down. That's my prediction. Because you might not realize this, the monster is not Trump. The monster is violent racism. And it's taken physical form. This monster will raise its head and eat Trump. You see, Trump isn't the Joker. Trump is ironically the talk show host, the Bob De Niro character. And the mob will eventually destroy Trump. Colorado's Jason Crow said security at the Capitol seemed lighter. Lighter? There were more cops shopping for gold lame at Joann's that day than there were at the Capitol. Several of the rioters were reported to have had hoods, gags, makeshift handcuffs, and plenty of other items that would have normally been a lovely Wednesday afternoon for Lady Graham. No one's talking about Officer Howard Liebengood, 51, who was assigned to the Senate Division and has been with the department since April 2005. He killed himself right after the riots. What the hell could have happened? Did he know too much? Because we don't know shit. All we know is that 2 cops are dead. Most news organizations are only saying 1. Why don't they want to report this guy's suicide? Did he let people in? It's so fucked that we don't even know how to feel for this cop. Hey, want to know how to keep people from saying defund the police? Somehow get them to do their job correctly. Because they're fucking crazy, the rioters. Are you seriously going to tell me you love this country when you have on a thin blue line t-shirt and you're beating a cop on the steps of the U.S. Capitol with an American flag? Oh, say, can you see? Please don't beat the shit out of me. I don't think all Capitol Police as a whole were complicit in the mob. Many of them were blindsided. There were 3 pipe bombs planted and it distracted Capitol Police. But again, the crowd was there. If milk smells rotten, you don't put it back in the fridge and hope it'll be better in a couple of hours, and you definitely don't leave it unattended. But I do know that police members were showing their badges and Capitol Police were letting them in. Even legislators are reported to have been letting the mob in a side door. So I do think something else is going on. But here's the good news. This guy is the reason I don't think the Capitol Police as a group were complicit. Eugene Goodman is a hero. He realized there were no guards or Capitol Police at the door of the Senate floor. He led the mob in the other direction. And these politicians' jobs are hard. Imagine having to be rushed away to a safe bunker, almost get shot, and still have time to lose your dignity on the Senate floor afterwards. Eugene is a hero. He marched them away from the Senate floor to protect some of them who would later on still vote to reject Joe Biden's win. And speaking of people who lost their dignity later, I'm not going to let you forget about Josh Hawley and Ted Cruz. How should we hold the Republicans who, even after an insurrection led by violent white nationalists, I don't want to tell you what some people are sending me as an answer to this one in DMs. I do know that these people are really going to come a reckoning. They are going to come a reckoning, and it's going to be strong. Hopefully they will get charged with federal crimes. After Trump is out of office, I think that would be the exact thing that would be right. The coolest part of this is that they wouldn't be able to own guns anymore, right? And they wouldn't be able to vote anymore. Big tech is partially responsible. We wouldn't be asking these questions. We wouldn't be asking if we need to shut down someone's platform if they were radical foreign terrorists, or if it were a group of brown people getting together to plan uprisings, violence, and government takeovers. We wouldn't be bringing up fucking unity. If Republicans won't help this country and shut him the fuck up, someone has to. We learned that silencing ISIS online deters recruitment. We've been trying to look the other damn way about racism to protect some elitist view of America being the best, being the moral higher ground, being respected, but we're not. We are infected, not respected. We are infected by racists. We are infected by white nationalists, Nazis, and you know what happens when you don't treat an infection. It spreads. That's why we really have to figure out how to attack 2 viruses at the same time, COVID and racism. And don't think you're safe if you're white. Because if you're queer, Jewish, or even Catholic, they are coming for you. I had a sesh with Mikey Gallegos and Craigers Hanzelka about the state of the country. Take a look. All right, I'm here with Craig and Mikey, and we're going to just shoot the shit for a little bit. We're going to sesh the shit. Maybe that'll be what we title these little group seshes. Hi, guys. How are you?
Doing well. Thank you for having me.
Hi, Damien. Thank you for having me. Love it. Can't wait.
Thank you. Where are you? Where are you right now? Like, and Craig, where are you in state? Tell everybody where you're from, where you live, where you, not like your address or anything, but.
My name is Craigers, actually.
Okay.
And I'm actually originally from Texas. I don't like to admit that here in Colorado because Texans bring their bad habits here. But I'm originally from Texas. I'm currently where the old Stapleton Airport used to be, so that's where I am.
Groovy.
Happy to be here.
Awesome. Welcome. And Mikey, where are you currently?
I'm in the city of North Glen in the great state of Colorado.
Woohoo. All right. I'm always in Denver. I say always, and that's totally not true. All right. So let's get into it because right now they're doing basically going over whether or not they're going to impeach Donald Trump. And I hear still Republicans that are pushing back. And there was one that was just asked to be very direct. Is Joe Biden the president? Did he win fairly? And he could not answer it still. After all of this stuff, and after they're even coming for Republicans, still there's this hesitancy to put blame or to assign any type of accountability or to ask for accountability for the president and for House Republicans and even Republicans in Congress as well. Gregors, give me your thoughts.
Well, okay, so I'm a self-titled sidewinder politician. I mean, politically, I'm like a sidewinder. So I can understand both sides, though I cannot stand that. I don't even want to say his name. But, I think it's kind of childish. God, Jesus Christ, why can't this guy just go and get the fuck out of here and let us have 2021 to ourselves and, be done with it. Just go. That's what I think.
I mean, I completely agree. And it's obviously, actually, Mikey, give me your thoughts on that.
I don't expect nothing less from the GOP. They are really hypocrisy is at full levels right now. I think it's nothing short of treasonous what they're doing. I mean, these people, the rioters on Wednesday that stormed the Capitol, they were not there for peaceful protest. They were there for blood. And they endangered their fellow senators, their fellow congressmen, and put them in danger. And it's just a travesty. Really, what's going on? We're all living through history right now with what's going on politically, COVID, and it's just everyone's emotions are high. It's trying times. I think the Republicans need to step up and take responsibility. Absolutely.
And so. And how do we make that happen? I mean, if it hasn't happened yet, right? How do we bring people who are clearly focused on their own ambitions? How do we bring that around to a place where it will quell some of these people that, are clearly ready, like you said, ready for blood? How do we ask for accountability? Well, because I'm quite sure that these people, especially, like Mike Pence, they're Republicans and they're scared for their lives. So how do we tell somebody, hey, go ahead and do what they did. This mob will turn on you. But we need you to say this so we can hold the president accountable.
Let me just ask you something. We don't. So the big word here is ask. We don't ask for accountability. We expect accountability, and I think we've lost that in politics in general. It doesn't matter which side you're on. It's the fact that this person did this, so this person does that. It's kind of a tit for tat thing. And honestly, we have to demand accountability, not this bullshit. Oh, we're allowed to cuss. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Not this BS stuff that's going around now. And we have to just stand up face some music. When I say we, I mean they face some music and dance. I mean, Jesus Christ. Why can't anyone just point blank stand up be a man and, do it? We have to demand it. We need to demand as people, as those of the United States, we need to demand that shit. I mean, stop asking, demand.
Right, but okay, so I was always told that demanding was done at the voting booth, and so we voted, overwhelmingly Joe Biden won. These people don't believe that. Lots of people don't believe that. 70% of Republicans believe that the election was stolen from them. So what do you say to a person? How do you demand from a person who believes that they have been wrong to the point that they are ready to fucking kill someone? How do you demand accountability from that or for that, Mikey?
I think when you're that far down the rabbit hole, I don't know if there's any coming back for some of these people. What the Republicans need to do, the GOP, the Grand Old Party, if you will, needs to have a real serious purge or some kind of consensus as to what are they going to do with their party. The Republican Party, as it was within the past 50-some years, is dead. It's now the party of Trump. And what are they going to do? What are these so-called conservatives who have touted so many of these idealisms that, they're patriots and they're for the police and they're for this and for that, but they only tout these things when it fits their purview. And I think that the party as a whole, anybody who is silent even to this point is complicit in my view. They need to have a purge. They need to do something and figure out where they're going to go forward in this party. But I got to say, given the circumstance last week, that is a horse of a whole different color, if you will. It really changed the game, and you see the fallout now, and the ones that are sticking to their guns to the guy in the White House right now. I mean, I think they're killing themselves politically, and they really the Republicans need to have them accountable. Everyone should hold our elected officials accountable. But it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to do. President-elect Biden has a lot of work ahead, and it's not going to be easy, and it's not going to be, like within a snap of a finger. It's going to be a lot of work, but I think that the Republicans need to have a real self-realization before that can happen, really.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, can I jump in and ask a question?
For sure.
On that? So, honestly, I think the Republicans as a whole, I think they're all fucking embarrassed about this jackass, what he's done. And they're going to try to save face the best they can. So I think I don't think they're going to, go along. I mean, half of them want to go along with the Democrats and do the right thing, obviously. And then the other half want to say, well, but we're Republicans. We're supposed to do this. And honestly, I think they're just going to sit around and, besides shitting their pants, they're pretty much going to try to hold whatever semblance together in that Republican Party that they can. But I just hope, seriously, I mean, this shit has to go. I mean, let's get it gone and done before Biden gets into office.
Right. Does it happen? Does there are armed protests. There are armed riots planned at every state capital. Does it happen that, I mean, I highly doubt that it'll happen before the inauguration. Does it happen in time for, people like me that are looking at this going, I don't know if am I about to be a fucking refugee? I mean, and that's kind of, I guess, where there are no answers to this question is what I'm saying, obviously. And I don't want to be unfair by asking it. And that's where we are. And unfortunately, right? I mean, at least we can agree on that. I thank you both for your time. Let's do this again. I really, really do value your time and appreciate you coming on. Please have a good day. Do whatever, because you know what? Tomorrow it gets hairy. I have a feeling it's going to start getting hairy. So stay safe.
Like how kind of hairy? Like chest hairy?
That's so weird. I usually do, my drag doesn't normally involve something I can't show my chest. All right. You guys have a great day. Thank you for being here. Talk to you soon.
Thank you, Damien, for
Thank you for having me. I'll do this anytime.
All right. I want to thank Craigers and Mikey. And if you'd like to sesh with me sometime, I have to tell you, people really need to hear voices of reason, and I can't do this alone. Thesesh.com is a great place to join the sesh. Finally, I just saw Chuck Schumer stand out in public on a street corner in Washington and giving a speech about putting the rioters on the no-fly list. All I can say is duh. But his speech was interrupted by an incredibly angry Trump supporter. A woman who was screaming to the top of her lungs through an N95 mask, I might add, at him how much she loathed him and that there was nowhere in the First Amendment that says that you have to peacefully demonstrate. Just wow. They cut away when the authorities started towards her. They seemed to send their women for the suicide missions. It's going to be scary out there for a few days. I want to be really clear. There is danger on the streets if you do not appear as a white, straight male. Remember, they didn't protect their women. They let them die climbing through a window in the Capitol of the United States. Please, please, please stay safe and smart. I'm Damien Dane, and thank you for watching The Sesh again. Join me next time when we discuss whatever goes to hell in a Fendi next. Please like, subscribe, and share, and visit theseshshow.com to keep up with everything. Pretty soon you'll be able to get groovy sesh merch. Fear not. Love forth.